Well, let's just wait, 1 or 2 more minutes and see if others joining. But I agree that the attendance should be very low today. Are you at Cube Console?
I am, and this is the least loud spot I could find. I'm sorry. But
Well, we can.
We've got some great demos going.
Nice, and we can hear you, so that's okay. Well, anyway, I think we can get started. There is no one else joining. So is this meeting being recorded, Ben? I don't
Yes,
know
it
if
is.
we recorded. Okay, sure. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Cool. So welcome to the Outreach Committee meeting on March the 20th, 2024. I'll be running this meeting today as the vice chair of the Outreach Committee, as Kate, our leader, is out this week. So the Confidential Computing Consortium is a community focused on open source projects, securing data in use and accelerating the adoption of confidential computing through open collaboration. Every member is welcome here. Every project meeting our criteria is welcome. We are transparent, collaborative community, right? Members, contributors, and leaders pledge to make participation in our community a harassment-free experience for everyone. You can also find the Linux Foundation antitrust policy here, right? So this meeting involves participation by industry competitors. So we need to make sure that all the activities we have here are in accordance with applicable antitrust and competition laws. If you want more details, you can go through this slide. The agenda for today. I think we have the approval of the minutes. I think these are already approved, actually. We have some feedback on the outreach meeting time zone and seek updates as usual. I suppose we do not have quorum today, right, Ben?
That would be correct. We do not have quorum today. That's okay.
Yes, that's okay. Let me just adjust one thing in my screen here. All right, so my understanding is that our meeting minutes are approved as well. Correct, Ben?
Yeah, we do an automatic approval in the absence of a quorum. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Outreach meeting time zone. So I think Sol is here. She is the person that was sending this poll to everybody. But my understanding is that the first choice is the time that we are ready to run this meeting, right? You're on mute.
Yeah, they just posted a note saying that they can't. They lost their
Okay,
hearing.
sorry. Anyway, yeah, so I think, we didn't have many answers, I think. That was my understanding. And, the schedule that was most voted is exactly the same one that we already have the meeting, I suppose. Although, no, that's not the case, right? I mean, 12 p.m. is
Yeah.
not the case. I mean, this is another time. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're
So
at
this
8
changed
a.m.
since last week. Okay, yeah. Good. Yeah, this changed since last week. So I suppose we are probably going to set up a meeting every 4 meetings. We will have one meeting in these different time zones so that we can get more participation from our Asia Pacific friends, right? Any comments or any other questions here?
Makes sense. That's a good idea. Yes, thank you.
All right. So
The only
uh,
just the only question I have about that, I just did a quick check. So 12 p.m. Pacific time is 4 a.m. in like South Korea. So so I'm just not sure, like when we say Asia, like where in Asia, and is that actually going to be helpful for them? So let me
yeah, I
see what that
mean,
time is in Beijing. Yeah, it's even earlier. It's 3 a.m.
yes,
in
it's
Beijing.
3 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
mean,
So maybe
sound like
it may be worth doing another email ping out because this is just an aggregate of 5 responses and none of them are APAC. So
okay, so let's hold on this decision for now because yeah, your point is very good, Ben. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to have a meeting, 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in China or Korea, or even, it will be 5 a.m. in Japan probably. So yeah, still, anyway, okay, so let's go to the updates. Web presence. We have Jen here. I don't know if we have any updates for today, Jen, because we went through the analytics for February last time, right?
Yeah, correct. I can just kind of share with you high level, kind of what's shifted over the last couple of weeks. We are still doing really well on our click-through rates. Again, I'm always aiming for at least 4% or higher. That's kind of the bar. Engagement rate is hovering between 7 and 10 for our top 10 posts. So that is great. And I just did a little search for kind of what's been happening first quarter, and our top posts would be the series that Sal, you've been writing. Those are really good. They're performing quite well. The KubeCon brief is also ranking second, actually, doing very, very well. And then I would say impressions are fairly consistent across all of the posts. So they're averaging in the 800s and up. So we're starting to get that traction because we're posting, more regularly. So anybody who's got anything, doesn't need to be a huge thing. But it's really helpful to get that consistency out there. So appreciate everybody's submissions. And number 4 is going out in about an hour, Sal. Just FYI.
Okay, great. We also had the idea to have some kind of brainstorming around content for the blogs, or even, new content for our website, like, webinars. But I mean, if anyone here has an idea to share, I mean, I think we can have that discussion, although probably with the low attendance today, not sure if this is I don't know if this is exactly a good idea. But anyway, yeah, anyone has any suggestions about kinds of webinars or any kind of content that we could generate for our website? Well, I really like the ideas around webinars. I think they can attract a good audience, especially because we generate content that can be, viewed later, right? If we record them. So it can attract a constant flow of audience to the website, even after, the webinar happens. But anyway, I will talk to Kate and let's bring this topic to get again in the next meeting, because I think we need probably more people to make sure this is, meaningful.
One quick thought that I had that maybe you all can think about is if each person on the leadership group took turns creating blogs, so we at least have something once or twice a month from leadership. Again, a lot of this is very much putting the consortium is kind of leading the pack here. So something that and again, I'd be happy to work with folks offline. They don't have to be perfect. They can just, you can almost even say, hey, here's what's important to our organization, or to you personally, or other groups that you're on. We can create content pretty quickly. But if you all had kind of a rotating calendar, that might be one way to kind of create that consistency. So something to think about.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you, Jen.
I will say one last thing as we continue to get these blog posts out. If you have any topics that you want us to cover, just let us know. It does not have to be a write-up. And if it's a hard topic, my course will write it. So it'll be good.
Nice. Thanks, Sol. All right, so next one is events update. I think we covered the Pet Summit series last time. We had OC3 last week. I wasn't able to attend all the sessions, but it was quite interesting, the ones that I was able to attend. So I definitely recommend that. Saul provided a presentation there. So I think the recordings are available or will be available at some point in time, right? So definitely good content for everyone interested in this area. We have OSS North America coming up next month, right? I think there is an idea to get together there, some kind of mini summit. I just don't think that we had a call for paper, so we are still trying to figure that out, right?
Yeah,
so Kate is out this week. So
I mentioned this. Kate had tagged me into this presentation asking about creating a call for paper for a mini summit, and I'm working on a mini summit on another project, and we had started that process, a couple months ago. And doing a mini summit is actually a formal thing that you do. You work with the events team. There's a whole bunch of things that have to be done. It has to be posted, registration, and everything. So we certainly can't do that, right? Because it's in a couple weeks, and like all the deadlines for that are very much in the past. But I'm unsure if Kate is using mini summit to mean something else. Like, is she talking about a more casual get together? It's kind of unclear to me. Probably not if there's a call for papers. So yeah, with her out, it's hard for me to say specifically what we're going to do here, but I know that we wouldn't be able to spin up a mini summit at OSS North America like a couple weeks before the event.
Yep, I completely agree. So after that, we have RSA coming. As everybody knows, we have a booth at RSA. I think we have one demo confirmed for RSA at this point, if I recall correctly, right? And we are also accepting member content so that we can produce a video to be showcased into our booth there. I think Sol will talk a little bit more about the passport in her portion of this meeting, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah, I've got a call for it at the end of this as well, but we do need to get those together for RSA soon.
Yep. Any questions or comments on OSS North America and RSA? All right, so moving on, tech docs, I was willing to try to get some updates on where we are with respect to progress on the use case report, but I don't think Rian or even Mike Farron-Jones were able to provide any updates. They are not here today as well. So anyway, I think we we will need to skip this one.
Just sorry, I'm representing Susa here. I'm
Oh,
really
nice. Thank you.
I'm really interested about this company's use case thing. Can you share the link so I can see what guys have there, and then maybe we can add something there as well.
I don't have this information, Yaroslav, but I will figure it out and try to send that to you. I don't know if there is a common repository yet with you know, this information. But yeah, let's try to figure it out.
Okay, thank you very much. So I would really
Mike?
love to add something from our side, but just first I read what other guys how they represent the use cases, right? So that would be the first step for me.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And by the way, call me Yaro. Just the full name is too long.
Yaro.
Thanks.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you, Yaro. So moving on, demo updates. We now have a repository in GitHub, in our Confidential Computing Consortium GitHub, where members can provide, you know, their demos files. So if anyone has any demos you want to contribute, just let us know, and we have a place to, to put all the files in. And again, as I said before, I mean, we want demos for our RSA booth. We have only one up until now. So if anyone is interested, please let us know.
Leonard, just a quick, this is Pavan. I don't think we have the repository set up yet. That was something I was about to reach out to, but that's the plan.
Well, we do. I think
we do?
Ben created
Okay.
that yesterday. Yes.
Oh, perfect. Can you share that, Ben?
Yeah, I'll drop a link into the chat.
Perfect. And Sal, I don't know if you've had in the TAC meetings, was there any more response for our ask on? Oh, I see Sal just dropped. Okay, I can ping her later on.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so moving on. So this is TCA update. So this is basically Sol. I mean, I don't see her online. So yeah. Let's see here. So she's at KubeCon this week. So I think, you know, we all saw that. She will be at the IAAP Global Private Summit. Right, so it seems that she's working on trying to get speakers for use case for PT online webinar panel in May. So if anyone is interested, probably just contact Sol. And as I was mentioning before, I mean, we will have Passport for KubeCon and RSA. So this is basically to showcase booths from our members. So, you know, anyone that wants to, hey, Sol, are you back?
Sorry, made it just in time. But yes, this is the call yet again. If we've got demos, anything that we are sending to print, I'm going to need those by the end of this month. Now, yeah, so this week I'm at KubeCon. We've got some good engagement here. We've got most of the CC stuff happening tomorrow. In 2 weeks, there's IAP, which I expect to be very interesting, and I think we might get some very good leads out of that space. So I will be following up on that, and I will be hitting their privacy and technology training, so I will provide some content from that as well. And then there's also a great opportunity for these demos. So for the PET online webinar that we're going to be doing on May 15th, we're going to do a panel segment and then a 1 or 2 demo sessions where it's just a short sort of pre-recorded demo and questions for your specific technology use case. So let's get the word out on that.
So sorry, I mean, I was on mute. So what about the passport? I mean, anything to share about that?
Yeah, so the passport that we will be putting out, because RSA is so big and it is hard to get people to get on a schedule. So we will be putting out this just 1 pager. And so we're going to need the location, time, and what your, so it's pretty easy for the talks. The thing that I'm missing are these demos. So I really need y'all to tell me the when and the where for these demos, and we will get people there.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So we have this budget update here. So as you can see, well, I think that's not. Huh.
I was gonna
Specific-
skip the budget only because, I mean, I can speak to
Yeah.
it. I moved it. It's
I mean,
we don't have any updates since the last time we discussed it, but it's probably good to just show this slide in every meeting so we're aware of kind of where we are with money. So yeah, just
Yep.
real briefly, you know, we've spent most of our outreach budget already, or at least most of our outreach budget has been allocated. Research has been allocated. We've got quite a bit for member travel, but we've got requests that are starting to peter in about for those, which is cool. Yeah, and we've got a little bit of third-party marketing budget that we haven't spent yet. But yeah, I keep Kate up to date on detailed spend. And if anyone has any questions about budget, you can always reach out to me and I can have a conversation with you one-on-one if you want.
right. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all we have for today, unless anyone has any comments, questions. If not, enjoy Paris, Seoul, and see you all in 2 weeks, if not sooner.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.